He was just trying to eat his dinner in peace. The clinking of dishes, the hum of the jukebox, and the soft smell of coffee filled the air of a small-town diner where Jack Miller, a single dad and veteran, sat quietly in his corner booth. He had just finished his second shift at the auto shop, grease still under his nails, his hands rough, and his heart heavy with the endless struggle of raising his little girl alone. He wasn't there for much, just a cup of coffee, a slice of pie, and a few moments of silence before heading home to tuck his daughter into bed. But peace didn't last long. The bell above the door jingled sharply, and 3 men walked in, loud, swaggering, and clearly drunk. The leader, a tall man with a leather jacket and a cruel grin, slammed his hand on the counter and barked for service. The waitress, Emily, a sweet young woman who had been kind to everyone that came in, hurried over with her notepad and a polite smile. "Evenin', what can I get you folks?" she asked softly, her voice carrying a mix of exhaustion and patience. The man leaned in too close, smirking. "How about a smile that ain't fake for starters?" His buddies laughed, the kind of hollow laughter that makes your stomach twist. Emily tried to brush it off, politely setting down water glasses, but the man wasn't done. He made another crude remark, and when she didn't play along, his expression shifted, the kind of anger that brews in weak men who mistake kindness for weakness. Jack watched quietly from his booth. He'd seen this before, bullies like this back in the service, and later in life, when people took advantage of anyone they thought couldn't fight back. He wanted to step in, but Emily was handling it well, until the man snapped. She accidentally spilled a bit of water while setting the glass down, and in that moment, his temper flared. He stood up, muttered something under his breath, and then it happened, he slapped her. The sound cracked through the diner like a gunshot. The laughter stopped. The jukebox kept playing softly in the background, but everyone's heart froze. Emily stumbled back, holding her cheek, her eyes glistening with tears, not from pain, but from humiliation. That's when Jack moved. He stood up slowly, pushing back his chair. The legs of the chair scraped the floor, and everyone in the diner turned. He walked forward with calm steps, every movement deliberate, like a storm that hasn't hit yet, but you can feel it coming. The bully sneered, "You got a problem, old man." Jack didn't answer right away. He looked at Emily first, gently helping her steady herself, and said quietly, "You okay, ma'am?" She nodded, trying not to cry. Then Jack turned to the bully, and in that instant, the air in the diner changed. His voice was low, steady, like steel. "Apologize." The man laughed. "Or what? You gonna make me?" Jack's jaw clenched. He'd promised himself he'd never fight again after coming home. Too many years, too many scars. But some things, some lines, you just don't let people cross. Before the bully could react, Jack moved with the precision of a man who'd been trained for moments like this. A single motion, clean, controlled, and the bully was on the ground, gasping for air. His buddies stood frozen, unsure what to do as Jack's eyes met theirs. "Get him up," Jack said quietly. They hesitated, but something in his tone made them obey. When the man finally stood, red-faced and trembling, Jack pointed toward Emily. "You're going to apologize. Right now." The man stammered out an apology, his voice shaking. Emily, still trying to process everything, whispered, "It's okay," but Jack shook his head. "No, it's not. But you deserve better than this." The men left in a hurry, stumbling out into the night. The diner fell silent except for the faint hum of the neon sign outside. Emily stood there, speechless. She finally said softly, "Thank you, I didn't know what to do." Jack gave a small smile. "You don't need to thank me. Just, don't ever let anyone make you feel small." As he turned to leave, the cook came out from the kitchen. "Hey, buddy, your meal's on the house. Nobody stands up like that anymore." Jack nodded politely but didn't say much. He left a few bills on the counter anyway, his last bit of cash until payday. He pushed open the door, the night air cold against his face, and walked out into the quiet street. A few seconds later, Emily rushed to the window and watched him disappear down the sidewalk, a tired man with a heavy heart, walking into the dark but leaving behind a little bit of light. The next morning, that story spread like wildfire across town. Someone had filmed the whole thing on their phone. By noon, it had gone viral. Veteran stands up for waitress in diner. The video hit millions of views. Donations started pouring in. People wanted to know who that man was, the quiet hero who reminded everyone that courage doesn't always wear a uniform, and kindness doesn't always ask for thanks. When Jack came home that night, his little girl ran up to him holding his old army photo. "Daddy, they said you're a hero again." He knelt down, tears filling his eyes. "No, sweetheart, I just did what was right." And that's the message this story leaves behind. Sometimes, standing up for someone is the greatest act of bravery there is. It doesn't take medals or fame, just heart, courage, and a sense of what's right. If this story touched your heart, hit like, share it with someone who needs a reminder that good still exists, and don't forget to subscribe for more real, powerful stories that inspire hope and humanity. Because in a world full of noise, sometimes all it takes is one act of kindness to change everything.